Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 3 versus 3 on Caliban. Playing on Team 1 as the Vrexian Renegade Guard, we've got Eri 7889. We've got Vrex playing as the Orks, and we've got Yazoo 55 playing as the Tau Empire. So Team 2 playing as the Death Korps Krieg, we've got Critter 256. We've got Balthazar playing as the Space Marines, and we've got Kukin also playing as the Tau Empire. So yeah, I don't think we've ever seen a match on this blooming map, on Caliban. This is not an original map. This is one made by, I'm not sure who's made it. I'm not sure if it's even a relatively new one or one back from the old map modding days, but quite a fantastic little map as everyone is nice and bunched together. You've got Team 2 over on yonder side and Team 1 over here. Everyone bunched quite close together. But also these far-flung places, quite a little bit spaced out as well. So, I mean, you want to go forward and capture these relics down in the middle, as well as the critical location smack bang in the centre. But you've also got to kind of go backwards as well, so it's a little bit of a in-out, shake it all about, to me, to you, Chuckle Brother kind of map positioning going on here. We are going to see Critter send some soldiers straight on into the middle. Bright green and blue as well, so maybe they can use that camouflage to their advantage, although I don't think that'll make much of a difference in a game such as this. And I don't know whether these things are traversable. I don't think they are. And I'm not entirely sure whether these critical locations, or sorry, these strategic points even, are traversable down here as well. But the Tau on both sides of the teams will be able to make great use of their jumping capabilities, especially with their Tau commander. The one soldier, one Jaeger, bothering or rustling the jimmies of the Vrexian Recruitment Centre. Look, quite a tough building, can pop some guys in for defensive purposes. And the Space Marines of, is it Balthazar or Baltazar? I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure that somebody, maybe even the man himself, can correct my spelling or my pronunciation of this. And we've got a spooky. Looks like we've got a bit of a spooky kind of thing going on for Halloween, maybe. Or maybe that's just a low-res orc symbol. Can't quite tell. But teleporting in with the big mech, punching Space Marines as the shooter boys, cut off the path of retreat for them. And I guess that's the problem with trying to go for these strategic points. They've got to walk all the way down the Thunderdome. And then if you're caught out of position, you've got to walk all the way back. Space Marines losing 2 more, potentially losing a full squad, but the big mech has got no jumping juice left over, so no chases for him, I'm afraid. Tau of Yazoo 55 going to come on to this one. There's actually Tau on Tau action. So Tau versus Tau, and then it's Space Marines versus the Orks, and obviously you've got the Death Korps Krieg and the Vrexian Renegade Guard providing support for both sides. But the Vrexian Renegade Guard, they're just chilling out at the moment. They've got double plasma generators and a quick tier 2 on the way for them. As the Orks advance towards the... What kind of Space Marines are you? You are Blood Angels. Fair enough. That makes sense. I mean, no, Caliban is the Dark Angels homeworld, isn't it? And where the Force Commander is trying to beat down this big mech. Got a couple of servitors ready to come over to attempt to finish this heavy bolter turret. As the Space Marines and Scouts cut down in number. Very unfortunate for them. Down towards the Tau and Tau action. Green Tau Commander versus Red Tau Commander. It's not the Power Rangers, but not quite. Engage. I mean, this is not your standard Tau fight. Just both of these guys bonking each other in the face. One guy deciding none of this. Thank you very much. And what is it, sir? Just to add to confusion, the Red Tau with the white Fire Warriors is going up against the Green Tau with the red Pathfinders. Or I assume that the Fire Warriors are also red as well. So do with that information what you will. That's very confusing for my eyes. I'm not a fan of it, personally. Yes, the Fire Warriors will have an excellent time sitting in this little trench. We'll be able to put pressure on the Death Korps Krieg here, while also being able to fire down on the on Kukin's side of things. The Orks have decided, right, okay, well, you've built up a bottle turret over here, so we're just going to walk around the left-hand side, but Balthazar deciding to go for another one here as well, so the Orks are locked out of this position for the moment. Yeah, fair enough, the big mech can come over and tank the damage, but then you've also got the Force Commander and the Space Marines to, you know, bother you, so probably not what they want to do. Vrexian Renegade Guard, they've fended things off. They've now got their mechanized command, but not really building up all that much. Just chilling out at the moment. Maybe they'll go for a quick tier 3. Which, to be fair, I mean, both his allies are pressuring both sides of the map, so no pressure for him to actually engage with anything at the moment. Fire Warriors for Yazoo 55 are being shot at from a distance. Pathfinder team also on the front lines. Probably not where they want to be. We've got all this heavy cover here that they can make use of. Oh, I quite like that stealth suit team being sent in by Yazoo to tie up his squad. And now it's just a weirdly close combat orientated tower-on-tower action here. Which is not what I expected. But there we go. Nuts to butts, or rifle butts to butts, shall we say. And the most pathetic melee engagement known to man. But I suppose, like we say, it's just to allow these guys on the back lines to have some space to open fire. So it does look like that Kingston is going to get a fair bit of damage done here. Orks and Death Korps Krieg working together in tandem to put the pressure on the Orks. Also got that Lord General Command Squad on the front lines. Big mech teleports back all the way home. And there's a couple of war banners to potentially provide some defence here, but I mean that's a lot of infantry. Got Space Marines forming that corps, and soldiers and Jaegers on the flanks. Going for a couple of crack grenade launchers on those Jaegers to help them break down some buildings. Which is very nice, considering that this is all tech stuff on the front lines here. And what's the plan, Harry? You need some stuff online at the moment. You're going to go for double Hellhounds here. And there's no, I mean, with the exception of the crack missiles, or the crack grenade launchers, don't have much to take on the vehicles. Here they come barreling towards the front lines, as down here the tout of Kingston has managed to beat things back up. It was looking very, very strong for Team 1 as they got that early game aggression in there, but time has turned on them quite considerably. Storm Boys ready to fight, going around the sides. Some beautiful pink flames from those Hellhounds, breaking morale, which does force the Death Korps Krieg to stand firm. So losing a fair few lads and lasses to the umbral flames of the Hellhound. He's going to continue charging along, trying to snag as many Death Korps Kriegers as humanly possible. In fact, triple Hellhounds. Quite a devilish fighting force to take care of. Also, one singular Hellhound comes over to fend these guys off. There's no missile launchers on the tower commander at the moment. Quite low health, actually. I'll be able to get him down if he's got no jumping juice left in his jetpack. Deciding instead to prevent the stealth suit team from capturing any bits and bobs. He is now infiltrated. Bit of a pain. They know he's there, but unable to do anything about him. Space Marines not... In fact, you are now in Tier 2, so missile launchers being placed on the Space Marine tactical squads. Also got a Hellhound with a heavy, Pinsel heavy stubber for Crit 256. Unlike the... Oh, which Imperial Guard faction was we watching the other day? Was it the Steel Legion who could transfer these guys into Devil Dogs? But not able to do that, unlike the Vaccine Renegade Guard, who can do that, but they do need a Renegade Tactica to do such a thing. So I imagine that's probably a wise thing for them to do, although they do have a Pathfinder team inside their base at the moment. No Renegade Tactica on the way at the moment. All the Hellhounds being broken down. I mean, there's one left. Probably should really get out of there ASAP. Yeah, double Space Marines with double missile launchers apiece. Does mean that they've now got no space for... Oh no, you have got plenty of space, actually, for other weapons. Fair enough. Well, different story down on Southern side, as every 789 is just basically lend-leasing both of his allies, his Hellhounds here. But in the centre, we do have Eri now decapping the relics. But some cheeky old Storm Boys trying to capture this relic just outside of their base. The centre not quite in charge of... Well, no one team is in charge of any kind of particular relic. They also think they've got a particular victory setting on, where everyone's got a critical location just next to that, yeah, just next to their base. But will allow potential for big units later on in the game. The Hellhound's not equipped for dealing with a lot of damage when that damages anti-vehicle stuff. It's not like a Predator or something. Yeah, don't get me wrong, the missiles do a lot of damage to it, but they can take a fair few volleys before going down. The Hellhounds are your typical lightly armoured Tier 2 vehicle. I don't want to be bashed around too much. There we go. Now it's got a Stalk Tank. It's an Angry Crab. Good to come on down. Well, it's starting to turn its tail away. A double tactical Marines unsupported at the moment, but if they can bring down a couple of war banners, I will set the Orks back somewhat. Not quite been able to get one as the big mech attempts to go in for a strong backhand. No, we've got we've got some Storm Boys being a bit of a nuisance. Do you have the claw on yet? You do not have the claw on yet, so your building bashing potential is not as strong as it could be. We are getting plenty of lads in there. We'll be chased down by a Hellhound there. Not exactly what they want on a Sunday afternoon. Deciding to then just park themselves within range of the listed post, losing a couple of models. A bit of micro could have been improved there. Phyrexian Militia Heavy Weapon Team Squad. God, that's quite a long title for a unit in Unification, but we'll take it. I'm able to read it. That's more than usual. Death Corps move forward. They do have their... Oh, who are you? Where's that dude? Where's that? Oh, that's a Lord General thing. He's gone for virtual bodyguards in melee. Running straight towards that Tower Commander. Gives him a bit of knockback before attempting to run away. Got some stealth suits. And with a couple of fusion blasters to help focus fire that Stalk tank. So second push from Team 2 here. That's the Stalk tank taken care of. We're going to see a second Phyrexian mechanized command. And here come the Knobs. Supported by 2 squads of shooter boys with their big shooters. Love the choice of the Apothecary. In Ultimate Apocalypse we see it quite a lot, but Unification less so, but a damn fine choice. Especially if they're able to get that Chaplain in there as well, just to stack that health regen. Make these guys remarkably tanky. Big mate though comes with the Knobs. And the Space Marine's close enough that both, well, one squad is able to be tied up by one singular Knobber squads? A squad of Knobs, whatever you want to say. One falling back as the other one rallies near the enlisting post. The tower continue to push into the tower base. Are seeing some revolutionary volunteers and some Phyrexian Grenadiers, the chaos equivalent of a Kaskan squad. I mean, that's Tau. You know, they don't mind a firefight. They've got a Skyrim missile gunship, but look at the accuracy on this boy. It's just absolutely pants. Oh, mind you, that's a Malkador battle tank. Right, okay, fair enough. That's certainly going to cause some issues, especially if they can take out that XV-88 broadside battlesuit. Over here, the Orks are shimmying and shaking on the flanks. Dropping off a couple of Knobs. To be fair, they could continue going around this side and start bashing the far-flung places. But I suppose if they go too far, then there's no way for them to really retreat. Double shooters inside the war track. Truck even. Chaplain getting us slow on these Knobs. And yeah, that's not an engagement they're going to win. Not one they've got tank support going up against them. It seems like Yazoo 55 has lost his headquarters. The Vendetta heavy gunship doing what it can, although really needs to take out that broadside battlesuit. It's so rare that you actually see this guy be useful, but it seems that the Malkador tank's gone down. And so is that gunship. This guy just racking up the kills, I imagine. Or at least the DPS. So, Red Tower versus White Tower. The Red Tower win. I've got that Avenger Strike Fighter flying on out. Space Marines have pushed the Orks back. But the Tank Busters are on the go. Do you have more builders, Yazoo? You do. So you've got a chance to rebuild things. It's just... Oh, you've got one up here. Okay, fair enough. Push coming on centre from Crit 256. A couple of Hellhounds giving Evie a taste of his own medicine. But these guys aren't built for doing anything other than setting infantry on fire, so... Bit of a moot push there. I'm surprised that no one's making maximum use of this heavy cover, either north or south. Service have been shot down by the Tank Busters. As it goes off all over again, Tank Busters really want to focus on the Hellhound. That's a lot of Orks. But then again, these are souped up Space Marines. All the health regen you could possibly want or need. The remnants of the Tower base are going to go down. Eri going to pop down a Vraxian recruitment centre. Just help him defend that flank. So 2v3 scenario. Space Marines taking pot shots off at the Nob squads as they go on by. And what realistically, what can these guys do at the moment? Tower sending some Skyway missile gunships over here. I suppose that the Orks have got the mass of numbers if they're able to keep the Skyway missile gunships safe. Orks to kill Space Marines, gunships to kill the buildings. And the Space Marines don't quite have enough to go for a quasi 2v1 here. No, a 3v1 technically if you consider the Avenger Strike Fighter to be a significant force in this fight over here. Here come the Jaegers. No, you're just regular soldiers. And another Hellhound to boot. Really want to see these Tau Marine. Ah, there we go. The Tau are pressing into Eri's base here. But a Renegade of Eversaw, if you can get out. And what the law for Eversaws, that the assassins that just basically come out and murder absolutely everyone. Also going for that market corner. I do believe that gives you an additional ability for that Eversaw. Will he make the difference though? Will one Eversaw be able to defend everything? Infernal Manufactorum for potential big things. Plenty of Orks swarming over Space Marine base. Space Marines are more or less been knocked out here. And there's the Eversaw. He's just decided, right, okay, these scouts need to be taken care of. The HQ is deaded. Earthshaker platform keeping these guys at bay. Tau going to bring up some Earthcast builders as a Malkador tank is fresh out of the oven. Where's the Eversaw gone? Can I find that out from you? You are... Oh, you're just running around and jumping at people. Slapping them in the face. And have the Space Marines rebuilt some stuff? They have not. So this is what looked to be a clear, cut and dry, gradual breakdown in a 3v2 scenario. Might suddenly turn into a 2v2. Those stealth suit teams of Kukan, a real pain in the backside, but they'll require the punching power necessary to break things down. Balthazar is dead. It's got no builders. And now this is turn up for the Bucks. Even though it feels like a 2v2, the Azu 55 has managed to squeak out an existence inside the Renegade's base. And it does have the Skyway missile gunships to focus fire those Ragnaroks. Any other vehicular nonsense that happens. Tank bus has been dropped out by that war truck. Got two squads in there. Got to keep them back. Orks now surrounding the field headquarters. Breaking down the armor so quickly. Tau have now had to fall back here, but they had nothing left really to hold on to. Maybe a little bit of a premature kind of push, but you can kind of understand why they did it. Just when you've got the numbers advantage, it makes sense just to push as much as you can. Field headquarters on its last red health. Deathcore Krieg unable to do anything about it. Do you have any more builders, Deathcore Krieg, man? You do all the way down here, and that's about it. Deathcore's down. Some of the plant suits to follow. Time to go for a Centaur. But no Centaur for us, I'm afraid. Oh no, we do have a Centaur. You're there. Anyway, you're just basically a Lehman Russ. Not Lehman Russ, sorry, a Chimera. I think you are. You're lacking up. Oh no, you're not. You are. Open top tank. A missile launcher. Light skirmishing unit, I imagine then. Ragnarok is dead. The Orks have just hit that critical mass. There's nothing really able to stop him at the moment. Going to require some amazing Tau shenanigans to pull on through here. As they watch the... Oh, no, man, they're going to come in. See what they can do. These infiltrated tank busters. No pain. Got a 256 dead. And now it just leaves a Tau. Very unfortunate indeed. So yeah, it did seem that... what team number were you? Team 2 had a bit of an advantage towards the beginning of the game, holding people back and presenting those counter-assaults, especially on the White Tower. Maybe being able to bring out those big hellhounds for defensive reasons, and then in an offensive capacity. And Vrak's just waiting behind, builds up those Orks, gets that mass of the lads, and then spearheads down the left-hand flank of the map. Takes out one player at a time. With all the resources and firepower being spent, more or less lost here from the tower. If they just gave up, I mean, if they killed the White Tower here, and then stopped pushing, and then decided to play a more defensive game as they stabilise and capturing all these listing posts, it might have been a completely different story. But that is not the way the game goes. So thank you so much, Vrax, for sending that game into the Discord. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there's also a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As been Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short. Now, see you in a bit. Peace.